A quadratic equation is an equation where the highest order term is an x squared term. Quadratic equations generally have this form, where you have an x squared term, an x term, and some constant. So, let's try to solve this quadratic equation. First, let's try to factor it into two binomials. So we break 2 apart into factors of 2 and 1, and see if they add together to form the second term in this quadratic equation. And they do. That means we can factorize the quadratic equation as x plus 2 times x plus 1. Now, to solve this equation, we need to find the values of x which make the left side of the equation equal to 0. Which means what plus 2 equals 0? Well, negative 2 plus 2 equals 0. So we can get the left side of the equation to equal 0 if x equals negative 2. Likewise, we can also get the left side of the equation to equal 0 if x equals negative 1. So the solutions to this quadratic equation are x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 1. Let's try another problem. First, we want to set one side of the equation equal to 0, so we can subtract 6 from both sides of the equation. Now we can factorize this quadratic equation. First, we break down 6 into 2 factors, starting with 6 and 1. Now one of these terms has to be negative to multiply them together to get negative 6. If 6 is negative, then they add together to get negative 5, which is not what we want. If 1 is negative, then they add together to give us 5, which matches with our equation. So we can factorize the left side of the equation as x plus 6 times x minus 1. The terms we can enter into these binomials to set the left side of the equation equal to 0 are x equals negative 6 and x equals 1. So the solution to this quadratic equation is x equals negative 6 and x equals 1.